Yeah, I'm Paul Leveck. I'm president of ULD Developments. We're a company that was formed in 2017, and we're a small but mighty team doing some great stuff in the region. I try to instill this in our entire team. A lot of it comes from, I think the spirit that I've got and the passion I've got for real estate. I think it's that passion for wanting to make sure that every single person has an opportunity to live in a stable home environment. And your physical home is a big part of that. Obviously, the people are a big part of it too. But having that home and having that community, they often say it takes a village to raise a child, right? And so having that community really helps in building that solid, stable home environment. So that's really I think the core of what drives me and what drives Urban Legend is that passion for ensuring that every single person has an opportunity to have a home and feel safe. I mean, I was born here, maybe. I don't know. I think it's just because it's such a dynamic city. I mean, I've seen it grow up from 300,000-400,000 people when I was born, right? And here we are approaching 750,000 people. And then just the fact that there's two universities that grew out of Waterloo and the college down in Kitchener. I mean, University of Waterloo internationally known for their engineering and just a powerhouse in terms of academic achievement, not to mention the businesses and the tech. It's almost ironic that that's what's driving us now, because if you look back at the history of the community, and it was a very heavily industrially based economy here, and we've really adapted and migrated and shifted to the high-tech world and the information age. Now being a leader in business here, it's great to rub shoulders with a lot of the men and women that drive this community, because they really are phenomenal people. They're very passionate about KW, and I think they recognize that they think locally, but also act globally as well. Hopefully we continue with that integrity and strength and knowledge and intelligence. I feel very confident with the people that are leading this community. Well, I'm a little bit biased at the moment because I think my favorite's probably Brown's restaurant up at Blackstone, largely because obviously Blackstone, was a very successful project of ours, and Brown's really is the anchor. And I've gotten to know the owners. They're just spectacular people. They're hardworking people. They put a lot into making that restaurant as successful as it is, and it really is a great spot. Their food is exceptional, and so for the time being, anyway, that's probably my favorite digs to go. Yeah, so I've been in the business sort of over 20 years now, almost 25 years. Blackstone was my first one under the Urban Legend banner, and great success story. I think, going into that was a challenge and a risk, I think. Nobody had really taken on a suburban mid-rise project of that scale in the KW region. Again, going back to the amenity base we've created for the residents there. You're in a suburban location, and similar to Moda, you've got quick access out to the countryside for your cycling or canoeing or whatever you want. We've got a very large amenity room there. We've got a hot tub. We've got a rooftop patio. We've got 13 retailers right down at the base of the building. Good transportation network close to the expressway, close to the Conestoga Mall. So you've really, again, got a great location. I think that's part of the reason it was super successful, but it really it was a fun project. I'm just super excited about the community that we're building there. I don't want to say once in a lifetime opportunity, but certainly something that the city has never seen before in terms of what we're able to create with a 6-building complex in the downtown core with that much outdoor amenity space. I mean, that was really the impetus of the original design intent of Station Park, was to create a community within a community, but have it focused on the broader community. I mean, the way we've got the retail set up, a lot of it is internal to the site, and it's not sort of your traditional street fronting retail. So we recognized early on, in order for that retail to survive, we really had to bring in the greater community. And as we went down that road, we realized more and more how important that is to the community itself, as we started to look at the context of what was around Station Park, how much Station Park can contribute to community building. In terms of the indoor amenities, we've got a bowling alley, we've got swim spa lanes, outdoor park on the 4th level terrace, dog run and hot tubs, barbecues, running track. It just goes on and on. I mean, and the great thing is the way we've set the condo up, everyone will be able to share in all of those amenities. So it doesn't matter which building you live in, you're going to be able to move from one building to the other. So from an entertainer standpoint, just a phenomenal opportunity for people that live there to entertain their family and friends. I mean, I just think that's what makes it so special. Yeah, in the fourth building, I don't know if this has been done in the KW market yet. I know certainly in Toronto there's more and more of it being seen, but we've created a whole family center, right, which really has an opportunity for people that have young children to come down, and there's a gaming area, there's a little indoor climbing area, there's the moms and dads to sit and do crayons or coloring or maybe play a game of chess or a board game or something with them. And then we've got the outdoor playground as well right outside the door. So there's this whole family center, which is really, I'm really excited about that. You know, we'll just take that to a whole new level, I think. That was something that we dreamt up early on. We knew we needed something key to draw the community into the area. So much like what the outdoor rinks have done at the Uptown Square in Uptown Waterloo and at City Hall in downtown Kitchener, we've got that skating rink. But what we've done, instead of it just being a pad per se, we've done it as a skating loop, and we've tried to create it in the context of a little stream and a forest. So it's going to be heavily treed. You know, one of the things that we wanted to do with Station Park is we recognize, you know, when you're up and living in a tower, you know, you're surrounded by steel and metal and hard surface materials and that, but we wanted people to really be transformed when they come downstairs. We've tried really hard to create as much of a natural environment as possible. We've got a really large Christmas tree that's going to go in and become a focal point. We'll be able to skate around that in the winter. And what's really cool in the summer, as the skating disappears, that becomes an outdoor area for chairs and seats and tables and that for the patios to open back up and utilize that space. So we've really made it a multi-purpose and multi-dimensional space. Yeah, very excited about that one. Totally different project than Station Park. I like to think of it as a quiet sleeper. Most people wouldn't really even know that location exists, but when you actually stop and look at it, it's a phenomenal location at a great price point. This industrial architecture that we've weaved into it, and the ground floor lofts are just so totally cool, nothing like it. You're close to the Uptown core, you're close to the boardwalk, you're close to the universities, and you're close to Westmount. You are in a very central location. Part of the reason I like that property and we ended up acquiring it was specifically for the location. You weren't, you know, totally urban, but you weren't totally suburban either. You were kind of right in the middle and heart of everything and accessible everything. So that's what makes Moda really unique. With the bike repair shop, we're doing that on all of our developments now because it's good for our health, let's face it, right? And they're a lot of fun. But yeah, hop on your bike and you're out to the hydro cut in a matter of minutes. That's a super success story unto itself, just the local community coming together to create that facility, that amenity for the community that's actually becoming almost a provincially known thing now, right? It's just become, it's been so well done by the community. It's been initiated locally here. The ability to be able to jump on your bike from Moda and get over there quickly and have that at your disposal to use and enjoy is just incredible, really. Yeah, we've got some exciting stuff coming up. We've got an 18-story building in Uptown Waterloo, right down in the core. I'm not going to disclose the location, but it's right downtown. It's you know, it's right at the heart of Uptown Waterloo. Super stoked about that one. That's coming in 2023. And then, you know, we've got another 40-story building in downtown Kitchener that's coming to market later this year, early next year. Really excited about that one too. Got a 7th floor amenity deck there that's going to be with a pool. And, you know, I'm really excited about that one too. I think that's going to be really cool. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff coming up. I got a few other things that we're working on as well, but overall, again, I go back to AAA locations. I mean, just super great spots to live and work in. The affordable housing, it's a really challenging situation, to say the least. There's a lot of talk about it in the community in the greater province, and particularly now with housing costs relative to incomes. I mean, prices have escalated 25-30% year over year the last 2 years alone. And that was, you know, pre-COVID, they were already at from an income to housing price ratio, we're already on sort of historically high levels. And then COVID has really just thrown that beyond anything anybody ever could have imagined. And so when I look at affordability, you have to look at not only housing prices, but you also have to look at income levels, because it's the differential between the two that determines housing affordability overall in society. And right now we're at critical levels, absolutely critical levels, because our incomes have not kept up with those housing price increases. You know, we talk a lot about our healthcare system being in critical state. Well, our housing is in a critical state too. So when you look at the solutions to the problem, they're not easily solvable. The government is trying a lot of different things and has asked the industry to try a lot of different things. And you know, unfortunately, most of them come at a very, very high cost. So we're involved in one project now that you know, we're working on some affordable housing solutions that I think are really unique because they don't rely on public money to the same degree that a lot of these other affordable housing projects that have been initiated by the government do rely on. And I think that's one of the challenges that they're facing. And we're working on developing, and we're very close to coming up with a solution that I think will solve that problem by using private money in a very affordable way. So can't disclose much more than that, but stay tuned for more. I'd have to say tea because I've never drank coffee in my life. So that was an easy one. Used to be beer, and my wife has converted me to wine, so I enjoy my white wine. Dinner guy. I'm meat and potatoes, man. German heritage.